The very important part in any relationship, when there are two people, there are likely to, or there will be conflicts in relationship. Very interesting story I like to share with you. One of my friend, who is owner of one of the resort, two couple had come there. They were staying there for a longer duration, 4 or 5 days, and they used to come sit by the poolside for hours together, and he doubted whether they are really husband and wife. And ultimately he asked his staff to check the records, and they found they were not really husband and wife. So what I want to take you through, that in relationships there will be conflict, but how do you handle conflict? That is what decides your maturity in relationships. So to handle it, there are some aspect that most of us forget. In relationship, there are two different individuals. We need to give space to each individual. Each individual has to decide his or her own life and engage himself or herself in the hobbies or interests that person has. So it is not your life is just oriented or dependent on single individual. So if there anything goes here and there, the entire life goes for the toss. So have your individuality and give space to other person. So they are likely to have lesser conflict. Another aspect of conflict I like to share with you, have some rituals in your relationships. So when I say rituals, like personally for me, whenever I am leaving my home, my wife will recite some Quranic verses on me, and invariably I need to hug her. And when I come downstairs from my balcony, she will wave at me. And these are the rituals which keep relationship richer, healthier, deeper. And another aspect I like to share with you, that any conflict, especially in a spouse relationship, never carry beyond one day. Because once any conflict is becoming deeper or older, what happens? We start cementing our positions on that. And I was telling my wife that our brain starts telling, I am victim, another person is blame. And the vice versa also happens. Another person start putting me blame condition, and that person becomes victim. So once you put yourself in victim position, you will start, your brain will start narrating a story to you. See, you are doing this much, she didn't take care of you. And at the same way, other person will start narrating the story in his or her mind. So this victim and villain story will continue perpetuating. So better always decide in a relationship, any aspect, any misunderstanding, any confrontation, any conflict, you will not take beyond one day. So before you go to bed, sit along and discuss. So it is not only your spouse, anyone, even your friend, you find that for some reason there is some misunderstanding, go to that person, speak to that person and try to resolve it. Don't keep it perpetuating. So I like to share with you one story on conflicting. There was a spouse or couple. They were so loving to each other. After 4 and 5 years, the same love perpetuated into permanent conflict. And one day what happened? It was her marriage anniversary. She was expecting husband to be home. She gets a phone call, and on the other hand, it was police station and confirmed, is it so and so? She confirmed, yes, I am. And the story from information from other side was that so and so has got killed in some accident. Please come and identify. She was devastated because she had realized she wanted to say sorry, but there was no time for her to say sorry. And immediately after that, there was a doorbell, and she came and found her husband to be there. Then he narrated someone had stolen his wallet from there. So in this case, there was a chance given to this couple to say sorry to each other and come out of the conflict. But Each one of us may not be that lucky to have a second chance. So whenever, have courage to say sorry, have courage to respect the other person, and never ever forget that this is the same person you loved so much. So how all of a sudden that person has become villain? So have that maturity in relationship to resolve your conflict, and have some rituals in place. Like in France, there is a ritual that every family, they'll sit at least 2 hours for dinner, and every member of the home has to be present there. So these rituals, sometimes it can be by way of mass prayers, or you can be by mass walking together, morning walk, or some any other ritual you can find it out. And these rituals will keep your conflict under control and have your relationship deeper and stronger.